Hi everybody, it's Esther from Nevada. I'm back again. My husband has gone to Hawaii, so I'm here all by myself, just me and the cat. And even the cat's outside right now, so it feels strange being here by myself. So I thought I'd do a podcast, so at least I'm talking to someone. Okay, remember that, let's see. Yeah, the poncho I was making. Well, it really is a hood, but I found the pattern so we can look at it. There's the pattern. It's a drops pattern. It's called Loxley. Like that Robin Hood word, Loxley. And I finished it. It's so good. It's quite long. It goes to my elbows, you know. So I can sit in the house, and when it gets really cold, I don't have to put the heater on. Maybe, anyway. I can just sit like this. Ooh. And it goes to my elbows. So I can sit and read or whatever. It's such a pretty purple. And it has mohair in it, so you know it's going to be warm. It's cooled down here a little bit, but not much. That was fun. It was nice using this yarn too. It feels good. This yarn feels good when you're touching it. All right, so that's that. Good. And I found something I hadn't shown you. I made this in July, which was, it was hot in July, but I wanted to make something for winter. It's a gigantic shawl. It has a nice edging. I've made this several times before. It is the Colorado Spring. You remember me telling you about this before. It's like that. It's cute. It has little short row things there. It's pretty. It is enormous because I use bulky. You're supposed to use worsted, but I wanted this to really be good for when it snows and stuff. Ooh. There it is. In all its loveliness. I used Knit Picks bulky wool. I don't know the name, but it's wool. It's not the acrylic. It's wool. Knit Picks bulky. And it's very fun. But a few years ago I made it a lot, so maybe you're bored with that one. Oh, how can you be bored with knitting now? Okay. There's another thing I made in August. This one was really fun. This is crocheted. And it's made with one of those mandala cakes, you know? Lion Brand mandala in the Ghidorah color. Ghidorah. Ghidorah. This is the pattern. Simple and nice. It just depends on the color you get, you know, that makes the shawl interesting. Other than that, it's not interesting to make. It's pretty though, huh? This has the purple and the green, which I love. So this is just a little decorative thing. It isn't warm really at all, but just a decorative thing. Maybe wear it with a coat. It'd be kind of warm, a little bit warm around the neck. I don't know. I make them and throw them. Getting kind of goofy here. I've been talking to myself a lot since I've been alone. I've been alone since Sunday. Today is Wednesday. He won't be back till November 7th. And he writes me, what do you call those little things? Texts from the boat. He's still at sea, and he is so bored at sea with no one to talk to. It's so silly to go by yourself, but that's what he wanted to do. So, I'm trying to find my present project here. Here it is. This is lots of fun. I've never used this wool before, and I really am enjoying it. I'm making Felix pullover. And I was really drawn to this at first because it looks so simple. Well, you start out with all these short rows with lace on them. What the hell? You go I've never done such a thing. I ended up doing it okay, I think. I think I might have made a mistake somewhere in the lace, but you can't really see it, thank goodness. Um, but you do on both sides, the knit side and the purl side, you make these things in short rows and lace at the same time. Oh my God. And first you purl and then you knit and you purl and you knit. It wasn't that simple, but once you get to the end of the short rows, the collar part, then it's a lot easier. Then you just do the lace and the yarn overs to make the raglan. But you can't see the raglan too much because you got this pretty lace instead. I just think that's so clever. See? And this yarn, Let Lopi, isn't that nice? Have you used it? This is the first time for me, and it's cheap. I mean, I had to send away to Vermont, or I think she's in New Hampshire or something, to get it, to the Woolly Thistle, that store. They have all these good European wools. Oh, they're very interesting, all kinds of stuff from different countries. And this comes from Norway, I believe. Estyknits. Pure new wool. There's only 100 yards, 109 yards to a ball, but you use it and you use the size 10 needle with it, so it doesn't take much yarn. I think maybe 800 or 900 yards for a sweater. That's my size. God, can't imagine what a small would take. Maybe 2 balls or something, and have some left over. Isn't that a pretty color too? It's called Heavenly Blue. It looks just like the blue of the sky today. I went out to buy my coffee, and the sky looked just this color. And that makes the 3rd blue sweater I made this, or I haven't finished it yet, but that's a lot of blue sweaters. I guess I'm going to get a different color next time. I have a lot of nice browns and tans and stuff I love. That'll be my next sweater. So I'm just going round and around now. Let me put my little stoppers on here. I did did the sleeves, put it on waist yarn. Now I'm just going round and around forever for the body. Then I'll do the sleeves. I'm enjoying that, especially when at night I watch the basketball game. I just love it. I've become completely in love with the Warriors basketball team. Oh, they're so magical. They are just magical athletes. They're just wonderful guys. I even got shirts for me and my husband. He always liked them, but I never noticed them until now. Last year, right before, when they were doing the playoffs, so they played all the regular season and they were in the playoffs. Then I got interested and I said, okay, I'll watch. And I thought, oh, this is interesting because I like basketball. When I was a teenager, I played it. And so I kind of know what they're doing. It's not like football. I have no idea what a football game is about. I don't know what they're doing out there in the field. But anyway, I just love watching these guys. God, they're good. So I knit on my boring sweater during the game and yell and talk to the television. No one's here to hear me but me. I gathered all this stuff and then I told you about it all immediately. I told you about that and about that. I was looking through my stash and I see that I have 5 of these. Now, isn't that an exciting bunch of colors together? 5 of them. I was getting bags of old stuff yarn and clothes and stuff I don't want for the Goodwill. And I saw these and I said, no, I'm going to make something out of these, especially since I have 5. Golly, it could be a really interesting shawl or just a throw. I was thinking might be good are those, you make mitered squares. Remember everyone was making those mitered square blankets out of leftover yarn, sock yarn? Well, this would be good in that, I think. Look at all the pretty colors, blues and purples and stuff, pinks. I think that'd be interesting. And it'd go a little faster. It's not sock yarn. It's, it's Red Heart Super Saver worsted, which is really, if you look at it, really look at it as a DK weight. Care what they say. So, I don't think about it. Another cape? No. It's another shawl. Maybe another shawl here. Let me get the one I'm thinking of. This one. This one's so easy to make. It's simple as pie. It's just a big garter thing, but it's mitered too. Just a gigantic rectangle. And you go like, and you just wear it like that. Wouldn't this be pretty in that? I think that might be a good idea. I wouldn't need all 5. I'll give the rest of it to the Goodwill. Yeah, just something plain like this, but useful, So that's what I'll do there. And I've been looking at cables lately, cable patterns, cabled sweater, blanket, shawl, wraps. And I think I want to make, this is very simple cable, but it's cute. Simple is good. I don't really want to make brioche, fancy, twisted things. Just plain is good. But this is, it's just a long triangle, rectangle like that other thing I just had, only a little shorter. So it just goes around your shoulders and then hangs down here in front with buttons. It's cute. Also a good thing to go under a coat, I think, when it's really cold. I keep talking about the cold. I wish it would come. It's still warmish here. I put on a little light, just a light jacket thing, real light, and I get really hot with it. So it's still not cold enough. It's like 55 here. It's not 56, something. I'd like to make that. This is real simple. The 3-button wrap by Plymouth. It's old. I've had this forever. But I got it when there was no way I could have done it. I couldn't have made the cables. I didn't understand. It's simple, but I couldn't get it. I bought this like in 2010 or something. There's no way I could have done it. Now I could do it with my eyes closed, so I can do it. Okay. That's about all my knitting. I've been reading a good book. Where is it? I brought it out to show you. And of course, I don't know where I put it. This is a good author, Geraldine Brooks. It's called Years of Wonders. Years of Wonders, Geraldine Brooks. It's about, you would think this wouldn't be interesting, but it is. It is about the plague in like 1500s in England. But it's written from the perspective of a young mother, a young widow mother. Her husband dies in the mine, but then after that, everybody dies of the plague except her. And it all well, I won't say, in case you're going to read it, I won't say the rest of it, but it's how she deals with it. And I think from the way it's written, she doesn't die from it, which is good. It's neat. It's all about what it's like in the plague and how people got all crazy and said there must be a witch involved. We got to find the witch who started this plague. Witch. Good God. That's only 14 minutes, but that's probably good enough because I have nothing more to say. I'm happy you want me to do these things. It's making my life a little more interesting. I'm just sitting around here with my crooked back, and you know what scoliosis is, don't you? Your spine is collapsed. It just went boop at like that at the bottom, and so I'm permanently bent like that. But those, I have exercises I do. Oh, they great. They're lifesavers. I got them from the physical therapist, of course, because I didn't want to directly go to, oh, I was in deep pain at first. I didn't want to go right to the pain pills, of course. I mean, that leads nowhere good. So I went to physical therapy and it works like a charm. I have, only time I have back pain is when I bend down a lot to do housework, you know, like into the dryer or vacuuming or, you know, so mostly I try to sit on a chair when I'm vacuuming some of the places. Not, you can't do it in all the bathroom or something. This bathroom's not big enough for a chair. But all those exercises are great. You know what they do? They build up the muscles in your abdomen. I'm not exactly sure. Abdomen and back, I guess. So you do all these strengthening things, and then you do stretches too. You know, alternate. So it lasts about, well, it lasts as long as you want it to. But every month I add a few more repetitions on. So I'm doing 100 repetitions of the strengthening ones and 60 repetitions of the stretches in between. So it lasts about 25 minutes or maybe more, a little tiny bit more. And I've added some stuff. Of course, I have to look on YouTube, look up scoliosis on YouTube and then do some of their stretches and exercises. And I've gotten so, I'm very proud of myself. I've never been strong. You know, I just sit around and read books and paint pictures. I used to paint pictures. I don't anymore. I'm not interested. I do knitting now. And, but I've gotten real strong in here. So most of the time I feel no pain whatsoever. It's just if I exert myself or if I try to walk very far. I can walk to the car from here. It kind of hurts by the time I get to the car. But if any farther than that, oh man. So I have a walker. When I go to the stores or whatever, library, I get my walker and I feel no pain with the walker. You just have to stay sort of hunched over. And it's hard to do that when you're walking because you can't see you're going, you can look up. You feel like a total animal. Like I could just run into somebody walking with your head down. Or just screw you like a lizard or something. Screwing your head around to try to see in front of you so I don't walk into a pole or something. Oh, the joys of getting old, my dears. We all know about it, I know. Well, let me put this together, and I think I have a surprise for you. I found this thing called iMovie, and I think I can use it. I can take this video I'm making right now and put it in that program and put words on it. So I'm going to try to put the words of all those patterns, you know, that I just showed. I held up like that, like I usually do. Well, next time I can just put words. Well, I'm going to see. If you see words on here, you know that I got real technical. All right. Bye-bye.